What is it about these white twinks that you find so desirable? And
Like,
obviously,
chocolate darling, like, you're beautiful. And then I'm like, oh, I'm like, please, when is this trauma stage gonna end? Like,
she
just
was
said,
falling asleep at the wheel, and obviously we were also,
at the wheel.
but we were also tired. No one clocked on.
Everyone was just like, yeah, like.
Well, I was like hallucinating still. But like, do you know what looked really sick? Mighty Hoopla.
I always get this every year.
Yeah, same, but I never buy a ticket.
That's me. I'm always a bit like, oh, right. Like, there might be like one or two. Like, it was not this year, but last year when Kelly performed.
Kelly Rowland, yeah.
I was like, oh, I had FOMO then.
Yeah.
And then this year when with Nelly Furtado, I was like, yeah. And then it always gets to the week where I'm a bit like,
I need to go next year.
I should get a ticket. And
I love it because it's like, it's low-key a gay festival, but no one says it because you don't really have to, do you, really?
Yeah.
But like, no, like this year, I was just, oh, for fuck's sake. Because last year I was like, oh, yo, I'm definitely going to cop a ticket next year, 100% without a doubt. Mm-hmm. And then this year came around and I was like, what the hell, Jord? You haven't fixed up again either. Because I like, a bit controversial, I absolutely love Rita Ora. I think, like,
she does have some bangers.
Some of her music absolutely slaps. And like, I always see these tweets and it'll be like, I've never met a Rita Ora fan. I'm like, well, you quite clearly haven't met Mitty. I love her music so much.
She's like, I feel like Rita Ora is just like the person where, not on the same levels of like internet discourse as like J-Lo now, but like, you know, where like it's always a bit like when Rita always turns up somewhere, it's a bit like, oh, like Rita Ora's here.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I love it for her.
I do like her music, but for like the longest time, I actually did think she was like mixed, but then she's just white.
So like my mum like really despises her, like proper despises her. So like, do you remember when she had that party during lockdown?
Yes.
Yeah. And she was, I didn't realise what the restrictions were. But obviously because she's so rich, she can pay the fine. Mum was like, I've had no respect for her since. I was like, mate, like, mum, respectfully, I don't think she really cares what you think.
Yeah.
So like, anytime I mention her, she's like, oh, Jord, like, you can't mention her in this house.
Oh my gosh, she's like banned.
Yeah.
She's vetoed.
Well, maybe not as far as mentioning her in the house, but she doesn't like her being talked about. She gets very defensive.
It's like Beetlejuice or something.
Yeah. But I fuck with it. But no, I really wish I had gone. I was so annoyed at myself. I feel like, I don't know what it is, right? I feel like, I say that I'm old, but I'm not old. I'm 25. But like, I feel like a festival is just like a lot of energy.
Yeah.
It's very exhausting.
I think it depends on what festival you go to. Because in my head, like, Mighty Hoopla, All Points East, like, all these things, I'm like, okay, this is like, you know, like, this is like our... Yeah. But in my head, I agree with you about Wireless. Like, I don't think I can ever go back to Wireless again. Or if I do, I'm literally sitting down on the grass and back.
I've never been to the London one because it looks ratchet as hell. I went to the Birmingham one, which was really good. I think it was the year before last. It was like J. Cole, Dave, and Cardi B.
Yeah.
But like, I saw it when Nicki Minaj was like headlining and people were like pissing in the crowd.
Oh my gosh. That day was like, it was given like the Barbs versus the Boys, because that playlist was like, it was like the boys. And then right at the end was Nicki. So it was just like half the crowd was like Barbs, everyone was dressed up. And then half of everyone else was just seeing everyone. And that day, my friend forgot his ticket. So we had to go back and then go back to the festival. But we missed the bit where like everyone breached the fence. So when we got there, we got led like all the way around Finsbury Park. We were like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? It should just be here. And we just got so lucky that we missed that. But I will say that the first day when I went with, it was like SZA, Summer Walker, like that day of Wireless was beautiful.
Oh,
that day was amazing.
I love
100%.
SZA so much.
That crowd was, that was a really nice and lovely
But to be fair, their music is quite relaxed.
Yeah.
And quite chill. And so are their fans. Barbs are just... I'm not having Barbs come for me again on here, but Barbs are just a bit, they're not tame, are they?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
It felt like Saturday was like for the girlies, and then Sunday was just like ultra violence, you know, but The barbs are quite mad.
Yeah, we'll leave this for another day.
Yeah.
I am excited for All Points East though. I think that'll be really fun. I'm excited.
so
I'm
excited.
And they've added Thames, I believe, as well. Who I
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
but I'm really excited.
I feel like that's gonna be like, you know, like everyone talks about like the crossover episode between French crossover. I actually genuinely think everyone I know in some degree is gonna be there.
Yeah, loads of my friends are going. I'm
Everyone's
pretty sure
going.
a guy I used to date is going. He told me the other day, like loads, like every cat, dog, and what's it called? Cat, dog, Tim,
Tom,
and Harry. Yeah.
It's gonna be mad.
I'm
It's
so
gonna be good.
excited.
I'm so excited.
And I think Catherine Arda is so fucking laying.
He is paying. He's paying like 6 slaps.
He needs me.
Oh my gosh. That'd be good. Seeing Victoria Monet would be good.
Have you seen her already?
I have. I saw her just before she won the Grammy when she was at Coco.
Yes, okay,
And I paid like, it's probably like the best concert I've been to for like the price. I literally paid like £25.
Yeah, you won't get that again. She's
I won't, you'll never get that again.
No. Love that for her though. Love her success.
Get her money.
Yeah, too right.
That'd be good. Who else? Amore. Oh, that'd be good.
Thundercat as well. I love a bit of
Thundercat. Listen, it's gonna be a good day.
So like a festival like that I can put up with because the lineup has like it really fucking slaps.
That lineup is beautiful.
I think, do you know what it is? I think it's the camping. I don't mess. Have you ever been camping for a festival?
No.
Yeah.
I feel like I would only do it if I do want to go to Glastonbury once in my life. I think I could hack it for that, but I haven't gone to like Reading or anything like that.
Just
wasn't for me.
Do you know what it is though, right? And I think you are built very differently when you're young. I used to go between the age of like 17 to 20 and I like wouldn't have a shower, wouldn't really like wash my hair. I have quite an intense skin routine now and it just wouldn't, because I need warm water, so it just wouldn't work. And like obviously like my hair just, it needs to like have moisture and obviously like they get to the point where like you're so dehydrated and so sleep deprived. You just kind of carry on pushing through. Yeah. My one friend on the 1 year, she was driving back, really stupid idea. And like, you know, like when like you get to, I don't know what it's called, but it's like, I do actually drive. I have a license, but I couldn't tell you what it's called. Like when you like, I think it's the hard shoulder. And obviously like if you're like going into it, it feels like your car's like kind of like bumping.
Yeah, like the...
Yeah. So she was falling asleep at the wheel. And obviously we were also...
At the wheel?
But we were also fucking tired. No one clocked on.
Everyone was just like, yeah, like...
Well, I was like hallucinating still. So I can just feel like this like thunder, like... But we're also fucking tired. Like no one's really clocked onto it. And I'm like playing like Lana Del Rey, which quite clearly didn't help because everyone was falling...
What Lana Del Rey song was it, do you know?
It was about 4 years ago, but I want to say it was something on like Honeymoon.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my mum. So this is all happening, and then my mate like clocks on. She's like, my mate clocks on. She's like, guys, I'm gonna have to go to a service station for like an hour. I was like, mate, if it means we stay alive, go ahead.
Just get an hour of rest.
So yeah, I'm an advocate. I'm a very much an advocate now for a day festival. Day festivals are cute, are fun. I like being able to wash and go home. And I think also they're like, it's a really good way to meet people.
I think so.
A really good way to meet people.
I agree.
Have you been to All Points East before?
I've never been to All Points East before. I was gonna go 2 years ago or last year. Whenever Gorillas were there, that's like my little white boy band. I do love them.
I hear it. Yeah, that was the same time as Tame Impala.
Yes, that was the year that I was like, I wish I went.
Great gig. Yeah, no, because I went. I think I don't think I went last year, but I usually go because there's always there's a very good like variation. Yeah. And I remember I went the year before the Tame Impala year, and it was like Kojak, Georgia Smith, Muramasa. And I remember this guy. Thing is, I don't really read social cues. Like I'm just a bit. I think obviously it's because I'm like a bit autistic, but I'm still trying to get diagnosed. But I think that's part. Part of it. But like, this guy, I remember this guy coming up to me after this act, and he was cute, but I just think everything's a bit of a joke.
Yeah. So was you just like?
I was just like whatever. But he came up to me and was like, "Oh, I really like your piercings." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then,
to be fair, I would have done the same thing. I feel like, actually, no, I feel like I'm the opposite. I feel like I'm really bad at giving social cues. So I can't like, if someone flirts with me, or if someone flirts with me, I can hit back, you know, like 15 love, easy. No. But I can't initiate.
Yeah. But at least you've got one. Some gays have none.
That's true. We just can't compare.
But I was just very much like, okay, cool, whatever. And my friends were like looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, he's obviously trying to say hello. And I was, I didn't clock on. So my friends like go marching back.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, he quite clearly wasn't interested. So why would I come through? I was like, do you know what? Fair enough. I have to respect it. But that's my new energy. But let's be fair, I had the same thing at Pussy Palace. I had people talking to me then and I was like, well, what's the catch?
No, you just gotta go for it. Like, the greatest piece of advice I've ever got from life so far from my friend is that shy girls get nothing in this lifetime. Shy girls get nothing in this lifetime. And every time an excuse or every time a situation happens or anything, I just tell myself, you know what, shy girls get nothing. So I like try to throw myself out there, whether it's successful and not, that happens. But that is the one piece of advice. And that's how I'm going to be living All Points East. Definitely. I say this now, but if someone comes and talks to you, I'm going to be like,
I'll be your wingman.
yeah.
You be mine, I'll be yours.
Yeah,
Because
actually, that works.
I can like, it's weird though, because I am the best wingman. I can set up anybody but myself. It's really weird because I have so much confidence when it comes to like gassing my friends up.
Yes.
When it's myself, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Well, I'm like, I mean, I'm me, but this person is wonderful.
Yeah.
Like,
It's weird how it works, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Fair. Okay, noted. If I see you lip sync an uncle.
Oh no! But that's the thing that always happens. Like, not that I'm lip sync uncles, but like, not that doesn't happen. But like, it always happens where, like, I always get moved to by like older like people, but I never get moved to people our age. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, people be like, oh my gosh, I'm just getting like flashbacks to like apps and stuff, and like people be like messaging me like, you're right, you chocolate darling, like, you're beautiful. And then I'm like, I'm like, please, when is this trauma stage gonna end? Like, just send like a really nice boy, just send him my way. And so I can, and it be like a little like golden retriever and black hat situation, you know, like.
Is your type white boys?
No, I like anyone really.
Fair, same.
As long as like.
I'm a slag for anyone.
I actually feel like I'm a whore for men. But like, as long
I only asked that, by the way, because you said golden retriever, not because you like,
no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
not because obviously I think you're one of them.
What are that? No. Like, as long as like someone's like really nice and funny, like really funny and confident, where like, you know, if I'm in a party situation or a group situation, they can go and do their own thing and it's fine, but then they can always come back. And
Independent man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, as I get older, I just realize I'm a real slag for humor.
Yes.
Like, I feel like you can like.
A humor can go a long
way. My
way.
mum watches this, so let me keep it PG. But like, humor can take me very far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's weird though, because I feel like, I don't know, I think it's awkward being queer sometimes, because I think there's like, I think a lot of queer people are quite selfish when it comes to like having to want someone who like kind of like resembles a bit like Ken, like a Ken type of like action figure. Look, do you know what I mean? So then,
and it's almost kind of like, sorry, I know not to interrupt you.
No, go on. It's fine. It's a conversation.
It's one of those like awkward, annoying things, but in some way, part of me understands that because obviously we fight the strain of society. So obviously there's some part, whether it doesn't apply for all of us, but some part maybe tries to adapt to that like heteronormativity. So obviously that can manifest itself in like people's types or like wanting like a kendo in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like seen as like not like the acceptable standard, but like, do you know what I mean? Not for me personally, but like it's tough. Like I can see it. It's annoying, and obviously like we don't benefit from that. Like,
no, we don't.
All.
No, we don't.
We don't.
No.
And it's always annoying because I'm just like, oh my fuck, like life is so tough as it is. But now I see I'm a bit like, oh, but that's just like, you know, I'm just like, well, I can't fight it. So like,
I'll be honest though, right? I feel like, I don't know if I can say this. I feel like okay, if I regret this, please cut this out. I feel like I'm always in competition with white men.
Yes.
I feel like as a black guy, as a light-skinned black guy and mixed guy who likes everybody, but obviously probably gravitates towards men who are black.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always in competition with white men.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like no matter what I do or what I say or how I move, 9 out of 10 times a black guy is always going to prefer a white guy to me.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like me being me, surely because you have the same culture as me, you have the same heritage as me, like you have the same like life and experiences as me.
Yeah.
But yet you're more than likely going to pick a white twink over me 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like I back black men like to the core. But like it's just like it's not that, but like it's not reciprocated. And I just think like, what is it about these white twinks that you find so desirable? And obviously, obviously, I'm not trying to be someone who like shames preferences and all that, because we all have one.
Everyone
but like
has that, but like it's
they're always a priority. Like I don't get it.
No, I agree. Like I feel it where like, so the other week I went out to like feel it. Like first
Camp.
I'm going,
Camp.
Yeah, you know, feel like first I'm going was with my mates. Like I always said to myself, like I do, obviously I love my friends and everything, but obviously growing up in a lot of my friends were very like heterosexual and straight and everything, because that's just the nature of my school. Very, very Catholic school. So
Are you a man of God?
I mean, on paper, technically I am.
Okay.
But I feel like, what's the word? Like agnostic, where it's like
Yeah.
I don't really believe in like a certain thing. Like I kind of believe that maybe there is something out there, but like I feel like I don't have the right to say to someone that my version of God is absolute. Versus,
Yeah, of course.
'cause
Yeah.
I'm a bit like, well, we're all humans.
It's
so, like,
subjective.
it's subjective.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, yeah, so I went to feel it, and, you know, obviously dressed up, whatever. And then it's really hard to have conversations with some of my mates who are like, obviously, they appeal more to like the society standard and stuff versus like me, and people be like, oh, like, are you feeling anyone? And I mean, as soon as I go into these spaces, I don't really think to myself, oh, you know, I'm looking for someone, because I feel like I'm not going to get like looked at.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
like, it's always a bit like when someone's like, oh, you feeling someone? I'm like, no. Like,
Yeah,
because like people don't like, oh gosh, I don't know how I sound, but like, people don't really look at me, you know, like.
Well, they're blind. Blind and dumb. You're cute as hell.
I try. But like, thank you.
Come on, guys, fix up.
But it's one of the things where, yeah, like what's the, oh god, this sounds so cringy of me, and it literally shows how like chronically online I am. But like, it's the sound where like, I think it's the actress who was, I forgot her name now, but she's like really iconic for being so outrageous, and she was in Harry Potter. Maria Maglos, I want to say.
No clue, to be honest.
No, I'll show you her face. I haven't got my phone, but there it is. But she said a quote, and it was like, oh, like I knew I wasn't like conventionally attractive, so like I relied on humor and being witty, and then she was like, and sometimes violence. Mine is that part. But I could never win in a fight. Oh my gosh.
I do feel the same though. Like when I was at Pussy Palace, my friends were saying to me, I was like, oh, is there anyone you like the look of? And I thought, what's the point? What is the point? What is the point? Obviously, like I need to like not be naive, because I am light skinned, so I do understand that there.
And you're a very good looking guy. Come on now. Be real. Be real, guys. Be real.
Palace. To be fair, though, I say that people did come up to me, but I just wasn't feeling.
There you go. Shy girls get nothing. Oh my gosh. Here's me pouring out my heart. I don't get moved to. I don't get talked to. Oh yeah, no, people were coming to talk to me, but I was just like, no, but I do get you. Carry on. I'm only messing around with you.
I'm lost for words, but no, but I know it's weird, because I feel like, I don't want to, obviously, like, this isn't me bashing queer people, but I feel like a lot of queer people just want what they can't have.
Yeah,
that's the mentality that I'm seeing quite a lot, and people will be like, and when we do have something, it's almost like not enough. But I think there's a lot of pressure that once you're like, if you are someone who's let me try again. I think if there's a lot of pressure and you're someone who is gay, there's a lot of pressure to stay with that person, because people kind of create this narrative like, realistically, like it's slim pickings to find someone who's somewhat suited to you.
Yeah.
And it's going to take another lifeline or X amount of years to find someone who like ticks all your boxes. So it's almost like we're pressured to stay with this person and try and force something.
Once you find someone,
because
kinda,
it's like
stick.
the likelihood of you finding someone similar or someone who matches your energy isn't going to happen. So it's almost like, okay, you need to stick with them.
Yeah.
And I just think, well, like straight people don't do that. So why the hell should I?
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. That is so true.
You know what I mean? Especially straight men.
Oh my gosh, they're lawless.
Like obviously, like most of my closest friends are straight men.
Yeah.
And like when they're all in like their like moment or period, they can move around and dick about back and forth and no repercussions. And there's plenty of options.
Yeah.
Not that obviously, not that I want to do that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like I should be allowed the chance.
But I also feel like I'm in the same kind of similar thing where a lot of my close friends are like, a lot of my close friends are like straight men or straight women or anything. But like, also I feel like some of them can't again read cues. Like I feel like when you're queer, I feel like you have this like inherent like observant like power. Like I feel like you're able to read situations, not like maybe situations, or I find that I can read people's energies and stuff.
Same.
A little bit like really well. So say if like we're in a club or we're out at a party or something, and I know that my friend is getting moved to by a girl or anything, I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what do you mean what they're doing? I'm like, this girl likes you. Like, go and talk to her. She's really nice. They're like, no, she doesn't like me. I'm like, and I do the whole spiel of, you don't understand. Like, if someone was moving to me with this energy, oh my gosh, 100%.
I would have left by now.
I would have left. Like, I'm like, you don't understand the opportunity you have in your face right now. Go and get it. And then they're always like, go and get with each other. And then they always do. And then they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, see?
I find that quite a lot actually. Yeah, because I've got quite a few friends that are getting moved to and it's so blatant. Like I was working and my friend was serving this girl and this girl kept on complimenting his hands, right? He said, oh, you've got really big hands. And he was like, okay, cool. I was like, are you dumb or something? And this girl, she was too pretty for him. She was way too pretty for him. She was beautiful. And I said to him, I was like, mate, you're actually a bit dumb. You're actually a bit dumb. Like, she was proper trying to well, obviously not lips, but she was quite clear. Because who the hell compliments someone's hands and says they're big if you're not wanting
unless you're trying to move
and
someone.
he was like, oh, I didn't see it. I thought you straight people really pissed me off.
I feel like it's always like, it is always the turn to look to the camera moment. I'm always just like constantly just like, or like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, guys, read the room, read the paper. Like, this is mad. But then I say this about myself. But then if it happens to me, I'm like, oh, haha, they didn't say anything to me. Like,
yeah, to be fair, like I do like cuss my friends for not like switching up. But realistically, the only time I'm ever going to like kind of like flirt or bite back is if I'm like really drunk. And even if I'm really drunk, that's a bit 50-50 because I'm either like proper like gagging or I'm like running away like a little girl. So it's like, oh,
it is.
Sorry.
I always do the laugh and run away. And I'm like, in my head, like, I'm looking cute, but I just look insane. And I literally just look like I live on the internet.
Oh, God, sorry.
All the time. And I'm literally just like, and it is always like, after I leave the situation, I'm like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah, we need to do better for ourselves. Okay, so moving forward then, we need to match make each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
I'm on it. Because I feel like I'm hoping, maybe this is my delulu.
Go on.
I'm kind of hoping that, I'm sensing and hoping that it's like quite a queer space.
I feel like it will be.
Trinada.
I think it will be. I feel like.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I feel like it's going to be, in my head, it's going to be a very like black and queer space.
Yeah.
I think. Like, I feel like that day will be. So, we can only manifest and hope.
Yeah. My friend Aaron's going with me and he kept on trying to be my wingman at Pussy Palace last week. So hopefully I'll be like...
There you go. You need to step into your bag. And remember, shy girls get nothing.
I know that's right.
Or like...
not to get checked too. I was so shy and like... wasn't as talkative as I am now.
Yeah.
And I literally got nowhere in the clubs or the bars.
Yeah.
But now I'm like more confident. And
Confidence is everything.
Confidence is everything.
And confidence is so attractive. Like so attractive.
I don't want to be boastful, but yeah.
It is. It's the gateway. It's the goat. I feel like, because do you know what it is though? Even if someone is really confident, I'm not feeling them. I really respect them. Especially when it's Especially when it's very much like, you know those guys that are like, they get rejected and they take it really well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, like I actually feel a bit turned on now. No, do you know what I mean though? Because it's so rare for a guy to be like, okay, cool,
No,
fair
it's
enough,
true,
have
yeah.
a good one.
No,
Whereas
you're
like, oh
absolutely
well,
right.
you're clapped anyway, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well that's
It's
not,
like
that's-
well, you didn't think I was clapped like 5 minutes ago, like you
No,
know.
I saw this guy, right, and he was so cute that he was straight, and obviously we're not going down that route.
Oh.
And this was at a gig, and he like actually went up to this girl, who was like not to sound weird, but like you're beautiful. And the girl was like, "Oh, sorry, I've got a man." He was like, "Okay, very sorry. Have a good night." And
Yeah.
walked off. I thought, "Oh my god, like love that."
Yeah. And again, it's like
He was very cute and really tall. I was like, okay.
It always happens. It always happens. I find myself where I'm like, I look at someone and I'm like, you're like too gorgeous. There's always a catch. You're being really nice. This is this. And then as soon as like, oh yeah, me and my girlfriend, I'm like, okay, I've switched off. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. But inside, I'm like, there's another universe where we're together and it's beautiful.
I have to turn it off. I get too upset.
Yeah.
I get too upset.
Like the life we could have lived.
Like I just feel like pretty straight boys are just a bit too much. And like, come on, like this is just a tease, and this is just really fucking unfair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It happens. It does
does.
happen. And you just have to be like, okay, it's fine, it's okay. I remember one summer I met this guy at a party and like we got on really well. He was really nice to me, really chatting. Was definitely again, this is the thing of being so observant. Like he was definitely giving me vibes. He was definitely flirting with me. We literally talked every day for like the whole summer.
oh wow. Okay.
And
how's this ending?
oh my god, it kind of ends in the I think he is bi, but he was also talking. Like he was also previously must have been talking to a girl like just before he was talking to me. But then by the time we got to like the end of the summer, I think he had just got with the girl and their boyfriend and girlfriend, and they they're a lovely couple, they're cute. But every now and again, like he pops up and we chat, and I'm literally just like, I know you liked me, I know you liked me, and I'm not even like delulu, like because I have to be so observant. I'm like, okay, I don't know if this guy is openly flirting with me or not. And I would go to my friends and be like, is this flirty? And they'd be like, yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
see, I'm not wrong. Just need someone to
And it's
take a
nice when
chance.
people like also verify your delulu. Like,
Oh,
no, like
100%.
I had a friend like that. I had a friend, without saying names, my friend from uni. No, not you.
It was a look there.
My friend during uni. Come on, I can't say out loud because they listen. This was meant to be short and sweet, short and quick. New Year's Eve. Right, thank you. Cool, there we go. So,
A lot has just been said. I'm joking.
I had a friend who I was like infatuated with. Would I say we're friends now? Friends is a very strong term, but we get on very well.
Okay, acquaintances?
Sorry?
Like acquaintances?
Probably more than acquaintances. We were very good friends. We were tight.
Okay.
And like everyone thought we were a thing. Everyone thought we were together.
Yes, yeah.
And I was just very much like, oh, no. This person is straight.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I am not someone who like tries to like get in straight people's business.
Yeah.
Like if you move to me, okay, we can go from there. But I can't be the one to
I'm
make-
more gonna instigate
it makes me look like a predator.
Yeah.
It makes me look like a predator.
Yeah.
But this person honestly was like just this sounds really awful, but like just too affectionate for a straight man. Like there was just
I do get what you mean.
certain
Yeah.
things they would do, and I just think you would not do this for all the boys.
It's like, hold on. Something, yeah, I get you.
Okay, so I really hope they don't listen to this. So let me give you an example. Okay, so I had a party and all of my friends had gone to sleep and it was just me and him, right? And we were like sat watching Big Mouth.
Right?
You seen Big Mouth?
Yes, I know Big Mouth.
Love Big Mouth. Can't wait for the last season to come out very soon. And he was like, "Are you cold?" And I was like a little bit, but like whatever, right? And
Yeah.
I'm just like in my own little world doing whatever. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, like hold on for a second." I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, cool." So he like builds this fort. He like,
You're mad. I can feel the Lulu vibes like coming up. I'm sitting here like, oh my god.
He builds like this massive fort like on my bed. So he's got like one fat Jew underneath. He takes
Yeah.
one out of his car.
Yeah.
And one of my housemates wasn't there, so he got his one as well.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh my god, like you must just love me.
That's what. No, I 100% get you. I 100% get you. If that happened to me, oh my gosh. You're mad.
And I thought,
I would be in love instantly.
I was like, do I just make a move? Do I just make a move? And this poor person has had to deal with me going on well, not really anymore, but had me go on for like the whole duration of uni. And I just thought, at the end of the day, part of me just thought, why didn't I just say anything? But my own, I don't know, pride just got in the way.
But also, it's also like, it's so, there's so much more stakes than like, if it was like a straight girl and a straight boy.
Yeah.
There's so much more stakes in it though, because, you know, just because of like kind of like societal norms and everything, it feels like there's way more to lose. Like you lose a friendship, and it you know, I feel like
and we had a lot of mutuals as well. And I thought,
Yeah.
I don't like making things awkward. I'm quite considerate. I don't like making things awkward for the rest of my circle.
Yeah.
Why should they be stuck in the middle because I couldn't help but try and make a move to my straight friend?
yeah,
You know?
it happens. But no, I do get you. If that happened to me, I would be in love with that person instantly. Like, what do you mean you're building a fort for me? Like,
You won't
it's giving
think,
Heartstopper.
stop it. But I'll show you a picture. You won't find him cute, but I'll show you a picture after. But anyway, right, let's lighten it
Okay.
up. So it's June. It's queer. We're here. Do you like Frank Ocean?
Yes, I do. Oh, you have got a Frank Ocean top on.
Do you
Yeah.
appreciate this?
Yes.
I feel like Frank Ocean needs me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
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 So happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride, yo. It's our month of the year. Oh, 1 month of the year.
Do you know what though? Kind of like selfishly, I see, because obviously all the Pride stuff is spread throughout the whole of the summer.
Yeah.
I just see Pride as like June to like September.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
'Cause
Especially
nothing-
with like, yeah, I feel like a lot of things happen in like, yeah,
July
like,
and August.
July and August.
Nothing really happens in June.
No, like all the pride parades and stuff really happen at the end of the month into
Yeah.
July, don't they?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry. So
Yeah.
Pride Month. What are you saying? How are you celebrating your queerness? What's going on?
I'm trying to think what's happening. I feel like this year has been a bit of a like a reflection Pride, because
Cool.
it's 10 years since I first came out to anyone this year.
How old are you? 23.
I'm 23, but I first came out to my best friend at like 13.
Cool.
So like it's kind of like that like comeuppance now where I'm like, oh okay, like I mean I've been gay my whole life, but like when I've started to be out to people like properly in my own way,
Yeah.
it has been like that 10 years kind of. So it's a bit like, okay, where am I at now in my life? I mean I'm sounding like I'm 50 when I'm literally in my early 20s, but it's been like a reflection, okay, like kind of like I need to go out my way more, I need to do things more, challenge myself more, and not just in my queerness, which I feel like I have been doing a lot
Yeah.
recently, but also just like in life in general. Like yesterday, it's so random, but like I did like a wing walk on the plane for like at like 500 feet.
Yeah, I saw Slay.
And even though that isn't like an inherently queer activity or anything, I'm just on this path now where like it's a bit like, okay, well, you know, I'm not gonna be young forever. I'm not gonna be a baddie. I mean, I am gonna be a baddie for the rest of my life, but like this is the time in my life where
You're
I
the
need
youngest
to
you'll ever
be
be.
exactly. I need to be fearless, and the energy I put out into word is obviously what you're gonna get back.
Oh, 100%. Without a doubt.
So I think it's just being a really reflective one, really, and kind of like trying to appreciate the people around me and like the community around me and everything.
That's beautiful.
Oh.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too. How's
Thank you.
your Pride been so far?
To be honest, like, I feel like my pride is slightly delayed.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not like in a pessimistic way. It's more in the sense that like things just don't seem to happen for me in June.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like I want to contribute to stuff as much as I can. I'm doing stuff behind the scenes, which doesn't really come into practice this month, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna go to Bristol Pride next year. It was the
Lovely.
first Pride I went to when I was 18 years old.
Oh,
So I'm excited. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I want to go to Black Pride, but like I need it to be on a Saturday.
It's always on a
It's
Sunday,
so
isn't
random.
It?
Like, why? But it does finish really early, so it does kind of even it out. Like, it's not like it's going to be like a crazy one and then like work tomorrow. I'll be like, oh, right.
Because it always feels like, I feel like with Black Pride, because it finishes so early, it always feels like it's a part 1 to 2, because I feel like it's Black Pride in the day, and then you have the waiting period, but then all the events are on that evening. So like Pussy Palace do something, don't they? And like, and it is now I'm employed. It's a bit like, okay, well, I have to book off the whole weekend. I had to book off like Friday
Yeah.
and Monday.
Yeah,
'cause I
yeah.
can't be going back to work on Monday.
Yeah,
like,
of course, too right.
but I get you. A lot of things are delayed, aren't they?
But I'm excited. I'm really, and I feel like as I get older, right, because I think I've spent so much of my life not being around queer people because of where I live. I think, I think that it's not that there's not queer people where I live. It's because like just a lot of them just aren't out, and it's so interesting because so many of my best friends from school are queer, but none of us came out until we were like in our like late teens and early 20s.
Yeah.
And it's just so. I'm not going to say, let's not make it negative, but I think it's just so comical because I think we've all been dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, why didn't we talk to each other?
Yeah.
Like 3 of my best friends are very queer.
Yeah.
And I just think, geez, imagine how much easier our lives would have been
If we all just like talked to each other
Yeah.
about it and stuff.
But I feel very grateful to have such a wonderful queer circle. I think even having this has really helped with that. To be fair, so many wonderful people like sit the other end of the table are queer and very show me a lot of love and vice versa. And it's just really refreshing
100%.
to have.
It's media that we need. Like, you know, when we
Yeah.
were growing up, we didn't really have like there was shows here and there, but like it wasn't a huge conversation. So just having like your show now and your podcast now gives someone younger than us being like, okay, well, like, you know, here's 2 Black queer people having a conversation about what it's like. Like, you know, that would have, if I had that would have been so instrumental to my upbringing. Oh my gosh.
100%.
So thank you for having this.
I appreciate it. And it's mad. Like I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to have what I didn't have. And that's why I feel like Pussy Palace is just for me. Because the amount of people that came up to me like, oh my God, like I watch your podcast. And I was
Yes.
like, what the hell? And like, not to sound weird, but usually it's like a mutual.
Yeah.
This one guy, and God forbid I can't remember his name, but he was lovely. He was like, is your name Jordan? And I thought, oh, this is someone from like one of the haters in my comments. I just don't need to hear it tonight. And he was like, I fucking love your podcast. And I was like, oh my God, you're actually going to make me cry. Please stop.
See?
So I just gave him a hug. I was like, okay, I need to go, but thank you so much. Have a good evening.
See,
It's crazy.
You're changing.
It's crazy. I'm so grateful. But no, I'm very excited for Pride. I'm very excited to just have some quality time with my friends. That's the main thing. And I think, trying to think of anything else that's Pride related that comes to mind. But I'm just.
Will you go to London Pride?
No, I will not. I will not go to London Pride. No, I've never been. I never plan to, unless they want to like get me on the parade doing like interviews behind stage.
That's your cue to get the battle bus.
Gay times, come on. Let's use this as a space, as a moment to appreciate some queer people who are doing some wonderful stuff for us at the moment. Who are you saying, Sam? Who's on your list?
First one is one of my like good friends from uni, Adwa Sinead, who is the head of Black Queer Connect. I think I got that right.
Slay.
And it's kind of like an organization, again, just to connect more Black and queer people, especially in London and just the UK. I feel like once you're in, you start to meet people and you start to connect and you realize that the community is there. But I feel like sometimes it's hard to have spaces where if you're not in the community, then you won't necessarily meet people until you're in like spaces. If that makes sense. So I feel like I've just word vomited.
It's okay. You're good. You're good.
But Adwa, like, again, Adwa is literally one of like the most like innately good people I've ever met. Like, she's so lovely and just has so much like passion to bring the best out of you. And she's done that for me, and I don't get to see her enough, and that's on me. So I'm sorry, Adwa, I need to see you more. But Adwa is like really leading, is really onto something, and I feel like in the future, I mean, she's already like a leader now, but I feel like in the future she's gonna be like another key figure that like, you know, we know and who really strives for the best for our community. So Adwa, you know, I love you, girl. Yeah, Adwa is my first one.
I'm only looking at my phone because I'm trying to find this guy's name really quickly.
That's fine.
God, what's his name? All right, okay.
Shall I keep going?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Other people who I just like seeing and shout out, like obviously, Josh Chenga. We just like Josh, you know, killing it. Songs are doing really well, again, someone who uses their platform to really speak about things and like, what's the word, like, not like what's another word for like not afraid, but like
Just dares to be different.
yeah, okay, that's perfect. Just dares to be different and really uses their platform like for good, you know.
And I think, to be honest, so Josh is also one of mine, and I think also we don't get a lot of like out queer like mask men
Yeah.
that are like that.
Yeah.
And obviously my preference isn't mask men for like multiple reasons, but like I know Josh. I appreciate what he does, and I think it's really refreshing to see someone who has so much emphasis for trans people.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of the time we forget about trans people. I mean, I never do, but I think a lot of the time a lot of the queers do, and it's quite frustrating, to be honest.
It's true.
So
Again, they need to read a book because a lot of trans people helps us get right.
pave the way.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
So I really appreciate Josh for putting trans people at the front line of music, and it's a brilliant song.
It is.
Because the thing is, I'll be so real. There's a lot of queer songs that just don't fucking slap. I'm like, oh, I need to rep it because you're queer. Let me be honest. But Josh's music is very fucking good.
Josh is very talented.
Very fucking
Amazing.
talented.
Yeah,
what is
and I
this
just
guy
think he's
called?
doing great. I think here's my third one. Ooh, I think this is just kind of like a general one, but just like it's kind of similar to Adjoa, but like a lot of like again, it's a lot of the people around me and a lot of my friends, like for various reasons, because everyone is I think we're in our like lives now where we're realizing, okay, we've got access to such and such platforms. We want to be somewhere with our lives. Let's just go for it. Like so many people I know are writing songs or plays or films or starting magazines or starting apps and everything. And it's just the wider people around me. Like, I'm so proud of you guys. And I'm so proud of everyone. And like people constantly inspire me to better myself. Like, it's never a case of like, oh, I wish I was doing that, or oh, like, why can't I be doing that? It's
Yeah,
okay.
I feel the same, but I feel motivated to do it myself. Yeah, agreed.
It's a
yeah,
motivation of,
agreed.
okay, like, how are we going to step up? How are we all going to rise? So, you know, one day we can all just be like, we're all sitting at a table and someone's like a CEO or something, or someone's got an award-winning podcast, or someone's got an award-winning magazine. And like, guys, like, you know, we all started and we all just followed our passions. So I'm just proud of like my little group of friends, my little community.
People
like,
in general.
Just people in general, you know, like, to call out everyone, you know, like you guys are doing good.
We love you.
We love you.
Happy Pride. Okay, so I also have three. Josh was one of mine.
Yeah.
I cannot find this guy's name, and I'm really sorry, and it's driving me mad because I've actually found videos of him, but I can't find his name. There is a guy whose content, he's a white content, not that matters obviously, but content creator, and his content is about like he takes pictures of film scenes and then like goes round to them
and shows like, is it like when he like goes to the locations and like has
yeah.
the photo?
I cannot think of his name. I've literally tried to find him. I'm really sorry. I think he's really cool.
Yeah.
And there was a video that went viral of him interviewing Olivia Colman
Yeah.
for the new film that she's in and talking about how important the coming out scene with Nick was to him. And I think he's...
Oh, I've seen that video.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I can't find him.
No, I don't know his name.
It's
but I've
driving
seen
me
that video,
fucking mad. But big up him. I think he is doing great, and I really, really love him. I think he's wonderful. I hope I get to meet him one day.
Yeah.
Even though I can't remember your name, I'm really sorry. Let me try and look real quick, right? If I just put into TikTok, Olivia... Okay.
He's got to come on the show. That's where it is now.
Well, I can't remember his fucking name. I'd be so insulted.
But I think like, again, those videos are so cool because it's like again, the whole like spiel of niche, whatever, but it's so locked in and it's so iconic and so distinct. Like, it's just so cool.
I'm so sorry. I cannot find your name, but like I'm going to find it and pull it in the bio description because I really appreciate you. So yeah, one and Josh. And I don't know. I don't think this person gets talked about a lot, but I think they're massive. Dylan Mulvaney.
Yes.
I love Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan is doing like amazing. And I feel like obviously it's gets a lot of hate and it's a lot of the forefront of a lot of what's the word, like discourse and transgression and stuff.
For just being herself.
Literally. She's killing it.
Yeah, I love her, and I'm really excited to see where she goes. I support anything she does, to be honest.
I heard, actually, no, this could just be Twitter rumors, but I heard, actually, no, I think it was a meme, but I heard that like the last season of like American Horror Story was gonna like star her as like a lead role.
So
That could be fake news. That could just be
I haven't seen anything,
that could
to
just
be
be
fair,
Twitter
but she
talking.
wants to be an actress, so it would make
And
sense.
I support it.
I support it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a theatre kid. Okay, cool, sweet. Right, so we're going to move on to side. So you know the drill.
Yes.
So you pick a side, you say which one you want, and then I say mine, and we can compare and all of that.
Okay.
And we have visuals this time, so we can actually
You
add
can
it to the
actually see me
reaction.
now. Yeah, we go.
We're like
Okay.
Beyonce. Well, no, she doesn't actually release visuals, so we're not like Beyonce.
Oh,
we're actually
no. We're a step beyond. You know what?
She's not going to watch it.
She's not gonna watch it.
Side to side. Okay, so like putting friends together or keeping friends separate.
Ooh, what like
Like social events and meetups and all of that in between.
ooh. Gosh. I'm gonna say putting friends together because I did for my birthday, I did this where I had like loads of different groups of friends come for a meal and seeing everyone chat, and I was like, okay, well, I know that person's gonna get on with that person. And you know, when it all comes together, and you know what, who doesn't love feeling like a main character for a day and thinking like, wow, I brought all these people together.
Right.
What about you? What are you thinking?
Personally, I don't have the time to keep my friends separate.
You're too busy.
I actually don't have the time to keep my friends separate. I force my friends together so frequently. It's
Yes.
ridiculous, to the point that they're just like, okay, whatever. Because like, well, what can I do? You're not gonna alter it. I'm like, no, I'm not, because I physically do not have the time.
Yeah.
I do not have the time. Sometimes I get a bit like pressed though when they're getting on too well. I'm like, oh, hang on, like,
Hang on a minute. You need to remember who you're friends with. Like,
yeah. It's like I have this one friend and he's honestly the straightest person I've met. And I regret this every time after I introduce, and he'll be like, oh, is she single? I'm like, you will break her heart. Honestly, I will tell her you're gay. Stay away. Stay
It's like,
away.
stay away.
Stay away.
But also, some of the best friends I have now and are people who it is that situation where worlds have collided, and I've just met them. Like one of my like bestest friends who gave me the advice of shy girls get nothing in his lifetime. Like we met on my friend's film set at uni, and she wasn't even supposed to go that night.
Yeah.
And we just kept talking, and like now we're like this. Like I was literally on FaceTime to her before we started recording. Like, you know, it happens.
I think it's a rare case, but it does happen. But I do enjoy mixing with restrictions in place. Okay, did you watch High School Musical as a kid?
I did. I had a
Okay.
High School Musical cake, and you know, one of those lockers where you put in the code and it would like sing. I was a High School Musical kid,
Jeez.
like to the max.
Love that.
Like
Yeah.
fully.
Do you know what though? I was really gassed when the third one came out because I thought, oh, this one's really giving budget.
Yes, it is actually. It is
Because 1 and 2,
because it was in the cinema, wasn't it?
yeah,
the
correct.
third one
And
was in the cinema.
Yeah, the first two, because the first one I was like, oh, this one's okay. Second one I thought was great. I love
Yeah.
the second, and the third one was like, oh my god, this is literally spectacular. Like this is like the best thing since like Fizzy Laces. Like what's going on? Okay, because this wouldn't have worked if you hadn't watched it.
Okay.
Team Sharpay
Yeah.
or Team Gabriella?
When I was younger, obviously Team Gabriella, but now I'm older. I can't lie, I'm low key Team Sharpay.
100%.
At least Sharpay was a boss bitch. She stood on her business down. She knew
Yeah.
what she wanted, and she got it.
I just think, right, imagine being like the head of the drama club for so many years, and this girl who doesn't even rate singing that much, like starts playing with a mic and she gets the main role. I'd be pressed.
Oh my gosh, I would.
Gabriella is the real Sharpay is the real victim.
Victim.
100%.
And Gabriella is the real villain.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
100.
Controversially though, until now, you know, I know everyone loved High School Musical 2, but that used to be my worst one. I didn't used to like
Really?
that one. I used to get so annoyed by it, but now I love it because you were always the coolest person if you spotted Miley Cyrus at the end in the pool party.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, there she is. Yeah, I always liked the first one. I feel like I just had good memories of it. Like, yeah.
The first one had really bad lighting.
Oh, and Zac Efron didn't even sing in the first one.
Doesn't sing in any of them. It's Drew Seeley.
I thought he sang in 2 and 3.
No, it's Drew Seeley. That's why, because I don't know, I hate how I know this. So they did a tour,
Yeah.
and Zac Efron was the only one who didn't go on it because he cannot sing. So Drew Seeley did it instead.
Oh, of course.
Do you know who Drew Seeley
Yeah,
is?
I do know who
Yeah.
Drew Seeley is. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of Chad and Evan memes recently. I was like, yeah, they
Who's
were.
Evan?
Isn't that Sharpay's?
Oh, Ryan.
Right.
Yeah.
Ryan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Corbin Blue's beautiful, isn't he?
Oh my gosh, there's a video on TikTok the other day and he was double dutching in the street during performances, and I just went, "You are so fine."
He always has been, though.
He always has been. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a beautiful man.
Beautiful man. Okay. Team Sharpay for the way.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Because you're a content creator,
Okay.
long content or short content?
Oh, I mean, obviously I tend to make short content, and I do want to get into making longer content, but I just don't have the time or the attention span.
Yeah. TikTok's ruined it for us.
100%. I'll go to make like a video over 1 minute. I just think, who's gonna watch this? No. Or I will just get so annoyed at myself that I would be like, but making stuff, short form content, but I love to watch like really weird like YouTube essays.
Yeah, same.
Like, and just have it on for like an hour.
I hear it. I feel like it's very off-brand to not say long content.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really interesting because I can actually watch like an hour-long podcast, hour and a half podcast.
Yes.
But like, if the TikTok video is like 2.5 minutes, I get really infuriated.
Yeah, that's like me.
Yeah, I'm like, I actually get bored halfway through. I really struggle to reach the end.
And it's also kind of awkward to watch something in portrait for like 2 minutes long. Like if it's landscape, I totally get that. I'm like, okay, I'm sitting down. It's
100%.
Great.
Yeah.
But if I'm like this for 2 minutes, I'm a bit like, oh, I'll save it. I'll come back to it later, and then I never do.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Okay. Traveling by flight or traveling by ferry?
Ooh.
Bit rogue.
Bit rogue. I mean, I do love a flight. I did, for context, before recording this yesterday, I was standing on a plane at like 500 feet. So, I do love a flight. I've only been on a ferry like maybe 3 or 4 times in my life.
Yeah.
And every time I've been on it, it's literally been like stormy, choppy waters. Like definitely like the wave like goes past the window, and was on a school trip. And I remember I was in the cafeteria, and literally the ferry's going like this. And at one point,
they're not safe, are they?
They're not that safe. They're not that safe. And at one point, like, it's literally like us and like I think it's a school, and I think they were French, and it's just like a bunch of school kids from England going and then a bunch of school kids from French like going in French, and literally all the food is going like this, tipsy turvy, everyone's shouting at each other, and I genuinely thought to myself, oh my gosh, like it's about to be the Titanic part 2, and I'm literally on a school ski trip. Like this is actually so embarrassing, but like. I would definitely take a flight over a ferry. But I've never been on a cruise though.
I feel like cruises, like no offense, I feel like cruises, I always get the impression they're for older people. I've never really known like a young person like thrive on a cruise.
No. But who's gonna go on those like massive water slides they have that go like around the ship?
A fit old person.
An old person wanting to be young again.
Yeah. For not a midlife crisis, but it's not a midlife crisis if you're old. A late night crisis?
Well, like, what's a midlife crisis? Like 40?
40, yeah. I guess that's kind of cruise age, isn't it, to be fair?
What are you saying?
Definitely fly. Yeah. I feel like when I've gotten a ferry, right, and this makes me realize how budgeted schools can be, because it's only because obviously they're making it more accessible for people that can't afford flights, which is completely fair. Yeah. Keep it inclusive, I get it, but like there should be an option to fly.
A ferry is not. It's not that safe.
They're fucking. I remember I went to like Belgium, this history Belgium trip, and I remember like my friends were like. They were like running around like it was like we were like 14 as well, so like too old to be doing this. And my friends were moving like we were playing like fucking Super Mario Bros. Like tag, you're it. I was like, boys, humble yourself. And like
I keep stepping.
And it gets to a point where like you literally feel like you're like standing on your like side.
Yeah.
And then when you've got nothing to hold, you're literally going in.
You are literally
you're hitting the bar.
Yeah, you are literally just doing this the whole time.
Like, I don't understand why it can't just be like a normal flat surface for the whole thing. Why are we turning like sideways?
Because true, I guess because like, I mean, I don't even know geography or anything.
Yeah,
but like like the wave, where the wave comes, it like, you know what? I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, if there are any scientists watching this, please come through and let me know what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Ncuti Gatwa or David Tennant?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I mean, obviously, I'm always got to back Shooty. Always got to back Shooty. My, black and queer sibling. Always gotta back them. But I mean, obviously, David Tennant was like the Doctor who like we grew up with, and I do love David Tennant.
Same.
I do. Oh
Same.
gosh, that's a hard decision. Can I not have both?
No.
Can I not be Zendaya and just have both? No.
Love that for her though.
Love that for her. But I'm gonna say Shooty. But
Same.
I'm gonna say Shooty. But
100%.
I do love you, David.
I think he's killed the role. I'm so proud of him.
So good.
So proud of him.
I watched the Dot and Bubble one. I watched that again last night. That is such a that's actually a really good episode.
So I actually didn't pick up on it.
Yeah.
I must have been like in my have you seen it? Yeah. So I feel like I was like in my little like cuckoo land because my mate was oh Jord, did you not pick up on it? And this is a white friend.
Yeah.
And I was like literally not at all. He was like, Jord, like what were you watching for the last hour?
Like,
and I'm quite in touch with things like that. And I
Yeah.
was like, but you know what it is though? Sometimes I think I subconsciously ignore things. And my mate was like, Jord, like, how did you not pick up on it? I don't understand. And I was like,
Yeah.
mate, I just didn't. But like, obviously, look, I want to watch it a second time now, knowing what I know.
yeah.
But I think it was very well done. I think Russell T Davies is doing a very good job. I actually think the season gets better as it goes on.
Yes,
because
100%.
I really loved the episode before where like they're on that like mountain type of thing, and then he goes missing because they go over the string.
Yes. Was it 73 yards?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
that was
yeah.
good. That reminded me of, have you seen the Sarah Jane episode where it was like Clyde Langer and like every time you said his name, like you would get really angry at him? Kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah. So so I think it's really, really good. I'm really impressed because I haven't watched Doctor Who for a long time. I tried with Matt Smith. I wasn't messing with it, so I kind of gave up.
Yeah.
And obviously, like my heart belongs with Ncuti Gatwa, and I'd like to think when he meets me,
Yes.
his heart will also belong with mine. But yeah, no, I'm very impressed because I've always loved Ncuti. I think everything he does is fucking like
I
incredible.
think he's phenomenal. And I feel like, when like they said like before he auditioned, they had the person locked down and then he was the last audition.
Was he not the person locked down?
No. They had someone, they said they had someone in mind.
I wonder who it was.
And then
I'll never say.
And then
but like,
Ncuti came in for the audition and he was the last person. And as soon as he did audition, they
blew him away.
They said
yeah.
that's him. And I feel like, I mean, I clocked it from like the start because in my head I'm always like, wherever I am, whatever, I'm like, okay, where I'm always saying to myself is where the black people, where the black people. And when you see the screen, all the faces, I'm like, where's the black people? There's no one here.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she gave him the look where he first popped on the screen, she was like, oh, black. I went, yeah, something's up.
Yeah.
Something's up. But then that like, it's not like a twist, but like that like turn and look. And I think like that whole like got like monologue, but a conversation at the end where like also because I just realized I could have just spoiled like the whole episode for someone. But
spoiler alert, skip forward.
Yeah, skip. But that whole like turn, she's like, well, you're not one of us. And like that whole thing, and like I think it is he done it really well when like when he starts like crying, but it's like that cry laughter, like the ridiculous, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this kind of thing. I thought that's like, I mean, we've all had, I feel like I've had situations, definitely we've all had situations where it is a bit like I could help you or whatever the situation,
but you're not willing
you are
take
actually
that
not
help.
willing to go or have that conversation, whatever, just because of like who I am as a fundamental person. Like that's actually ridiculous.
He's a better man than me. I'd be like, okay, keep it moving.
I would have just said, I said lead them to die then. Lead them to die.
Agreed. I feel like I feel really sorry for anyone who's dating Ncuti Gatwa because honestly, when he meets me, it's
game over.
It's over.
It's game
Done
over.
out.
Done.
Like it does suck to be fair. And I'm not a home wrecker, but like,
hey, listen, it's not stopped anyone before.
Do not let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband.
Yes. Because shy girls get nothing in this lifetime.
I know that's right. Right, so we're gonna go into the last bit. So this is like a little just testing queer knowledge.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna really shove myself up here.
Do you know, this was actually really hard to find because I was trying to find like things that weren't all too similar.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, right, okay. I was meant to have 5, but I fell asleep and then I woke up late and then I had to run around like a fucking monkey to get my train. And yeah. So we're going to call this testing Sam's pride knowledge.
Oh my gosh. With a half history degree, I can't embarrass myself.
Yeah. Well, if you should get at least 50%.
I should get something.
So there's four like questions, if you will.
Okay.
If you get it right, I'm gonna have this, and if
I get it wrong,
yeah,
I'm drinking it.
okay, right. So this is a riddle.
Okay.
I give you the D,
Yeah.
and Jonathan, don't talk. Like, don't contribute in the nicest way possible. Okay, right. Thank you. Right. Love. I give you the D,
Yeah.
but I am not gay. What am I?
I give you the D, but I'm not gay. I give you the D. And is it like a thing?
Yeah, maybe.
I give you the D, but I'm not a thing. What, like a condom?
Are you locking in condom?
Oh my gosh.
Have you got it?
I feel like it's ridiculous. What? I give you the D. Yeah, let's lock in.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The sun.
Oh my gosh. That is so, you could just see how like corrupted my mind has been from like life. That is so true. Wow. Okay.
I thought teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah. because
Teacher.
they write-
Teacher.
Yeah, because they write D on like if you got it.
You know what? That's better than condom. So I'll actually give you that.
Well, mine was more of a PG answer, okay?
Fair.
You know what? That's true. That's a good point. I feel like
I was going to use Ray and Nephew, but the last time I did Ray and
Oh.
Nephew here, I was so drunk I fell asleep on the tube.
yeah, I was gonna say that would have been like obliterated. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm about to get very drunk.
Okay, right. Okay, finish the lyrics.
Okay.
Unique, that's what you are.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Unique. That's what you are. Gosh, wait. What part of the song are we going in from?
As long as you get it. Well, okay. Oh no, I have a certain verse that's screenshotted on my phone.
Are we doing the we walk a certain way, we talk a certain way, we make love a certain
No,
way?
the other bit.
Oh, gosh, this is actually really embarrassing. hang on.
Not the beehive coming for you.
Oh my gosh, this is so bad. And this is my song as well. Oh my gosh. Unique, that's what you are. Stilettos kicking in the Oh my gosh, I know the next line as well. You know what? Let me just give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Unique, that's what you are. Lingo air reflecting off the mirror on the bar. Category, sexy bitch on the bar. Alien superstar.
You know what?
Did you know that?
No, I should have known that. I'm kicking myself.
Well, we got 2 more. It's okay. Oh, yo, I haven't put the answer for this one. That's bad.
I love that song.
So-
When it plays, all I think of is me going into a gay bar. She's a song.
No, and that's the
not even that.
And that's the thing. I've danced on a bar in Dalston Superstore singing that song beat for beat. So the fact that I didn't get that, oh my gosh, I'm literally kicking myself.
It happens, man.
Gosh, oh my gosh.
Right, okay. So this is multiple choice. What country has the highest amount of people that identify as LGBTQ+?
Okay.
A, America, B, the Philippines, or C, Thailand.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
And these are the top 3.
The top 3.
yeah.
So, wow. Because in my head, I wasn't even going to say, one of the countries I was going to say wasn't even on the list. Wow. It's between America, the Philippines, and is it Thailand? did you
Yeah.
say? I mean, in my head, it kind of makes sense to say America, but then I actually don't think it would be.
Mm.
I want to say Thailand, Philippines. I want to say the Philippines. Is this a...
Sorry, my mates just texted me.
No, that's fine.
Are you locking that in?
I'm going to look in the Philippines. Oh my gosh, am I drinking again?
No.
Oh,
Correct.
I got it right. See, guys, I do know something. I'm sorry, Beehive. I do know something.
But I think I can't remember the exact numbers, but they are very close together.
In honesty, I thought it was going to be Brazil because I know Brazil have a very big gay scene or queer scene as well.
And also Taiwan.
It's not even that bad.
Really? Taiwan, wow.
Okay. Right. Okay, so how many people identify as LGBTQ plus in the UK? A, 1.5 million, B, 3 million, or C, 7 million?
Say it again. So it's 1 million, 3 million, or 7 million?
1.5,
1.5.
3, or 7?
I want to say... Gosh, that's actually quite low compared to like...
It's lower than I thought.
It's lower than I thought. Wow. I want to say... I mean, I hope it's 7. I hope it's the big one. Because I'm like, wow. Gosh. Surely it's 7. It can't be like 3 or 1.5. It's got to be 7.
Are we looking,
I'm looking in 7.
Are we locking that in?
I'm going to look in 7. It's not 7.
Only 1.5, but the DL community accounts for so many people.
1.5.
I would have said.
And this is from a 2024 report.
1.5.
Or maybe 2023. Maybe
1.5 million.
No, but there's so many DLs.
there is so many DLs. There's so many DLs. That is so right. But like 1.5, that's way lower than I thought. Wow. Oh my gosh.
When I came out, I was also 13. I was a bit older than them.
By like a couple of years.
By like 2 years.
Still,
It's to be fair, no, it is a lot in art.
Small, but now
Yeah.
I can see that it's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So the fact it is 1.5 is
That's what I
still
mean.
quite scary.
Like
But out though, out.
But still.
But 1.5 is tiny.
Thing is, right, and obviously you would never be allowed to release this for data protection, all of that. But like, if you were to compare that to the amount of people that get tested for men having sex with men at clinics,
yeah, that's very small.
that would be like
that's like not even one. Like one.
How many people are in the UK? What, 60 million, 70 million?
I want to say 17. Let's have a look. I want to say 70 million. UK population. I want to say it's 70 million. That's why in my head, because obviously
67.
67. Yeah. Wow, but that is really sad. Like obviously I know DL and some people that maybe don't fill out the census and everything, but 1.5, that's way lower. How am I supposed to find a boyfriend in this climate, guys?
I honestly do think you're better off like traveling far afield, to be honest.
I do think my husband isn't going in this country.
Oh, so do I.
I think he's chilling in New York somewhere.
So do I. Do you know what though? Like Americans are so like open about their sexuality. Like I was watching this podcast compared to the UK. Okay, well, so I was watching this podcast with these white boys. They're fucking hilarious, and they're just so open about talking about like having sex in cars and like just literally getting their back blown out anytime they can. And they're all like they're like quite a group. They're like a group of like masculine men, and they're just so funny. They just do not give a shit. And I thought you would never, because how many spaces in the UK do we have when we have like gay, queer men, or just queer people in general, like not like a duet, like a group, an actual group of people where they sit down and talk about stuff, especially for like black people. The only things I can think of for black men really, and this is, forgive me if I've missed something or someone, the only things I can think of really is Ask Your Aunties, which to be honest doesn't get the recognition it deserves because it's only on Snapchat. Yeah. And that's not their fault, but I do think they should have an actual like platform. And Javon's Room. Have you seen Javon's room? So they haven't done anything for a minute.
Yeah.
I actually met Mark at Pussy Palace a few weeks ago. He's
actually?
he's really cool. He's really cool. Archie said that I could be a model. I was like,
I love Archie. I follow Archie on Twitter. I think he's really funny.
He's a beautiful man.
Beautiful man.
Yeah.
I saw him I saw him like he passed me in the road. Obviously he doesn't know who I am, but like he definitely passed me in the road and I was like, oh my god, I know who you are.
Yeah. He's smaller than I thought though.
I mean, he's in my head. I was gonna say in my head, he's taller than me. So.
Oh yeah, no, he's like probably like what, like 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For context, I'm 5'6". So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
tiny, man.
My concept of like height isn't very good, so I just
yeah.
when someone says they're small, I just assume they're 5'7".
Oh, I'm below that. Yeah, I'm tiny.
You're cute though, so it evens it out.
Oh, there we go.
But
It's so adorable.
guys, honestly.
but
Tell the Hinge boys that, please.
we're trying. We're on it. Match.
Find Hinge dead.
Match.
Oh,
made-
I feel like Hinge has been quite. Oh, oh my gosh, I can't even say that because I was sponsored by them. No, I'm not sponsored by them anymore. But I feel like the Hinge boys have been,
I just feel like the Hinge radius is a bit crazy. Like, why am I like giving my radius to be 30 miles and I'm having people in like fucking like Glasgow trying to chat me up?
I have that. I get you.
My
I have
car
that
doesn't.
sometimes.
My car doesn't have that many miles left in it. Like, come on, Hinge.
I get that. And I'm like, oh, this boy's really nice. Oh yeah, he lives in Liverpool. I'm like, great.
Do you know what it is? And to be honest, right, I like people get really funny when I say this, but without sounding too controversial, I want the convenience of a straight relationship in the sense that like I don't want to travel X amount of miles to see someone.
Yeah.
I don't want to date someone who's got mutual friends. No, sorry.
Mutual friends, especially in the black queer community.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Like, I don't want to be with someone who I've got loads of mutual friends with, and I want to date someone who's around my age.
That's what I mean. I just want to have that, like, you know how I feel like it's such a big thing where, like, I mean, it's kind of changing for the younger generations, but like a lot of us didn't really have like teenage love and teenage, like, like, ha ha ha, we're just talking, we're just vibing and it's fine. Like, we didn't really have that like giddy, like, you know what? I just want a kiss and a cuddle.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
And not have to travel 70 miles for them to be the same age as my uncle and for them to like know like half of my circle. Just give me a 25-year-old who lives in a short walking distance or a tube, even a tube. I'll take a tube.
A train, maybe a bus at the most. At the most.
The train won't be seeing me for nobody.
Listen,
Not anymore.
in South London, the train is all we got. Train and bus is all we got.
Okay, say less. I saw this thing on TikTok and this girl was complaining about how far away her boyfriend lived, right? She was, oh, long distance is really difficult. She lives in North and he lives in South. I thought you live in the same city though. Come on.
But listen, North and South is a long. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to get here, and that was a train. That was all tube and maybe one bus.
I don't understand the buses in London. I find them so confusing.
Really?
Yeah, but I feel that's just because I just don't use them enough.
You just got to stick to the buses you know.
Like my friend, I had to use it when I was because I was preing for Pussy Palace in Hackney.
Yeah.
Yes, and I said to my friends, "Oh, there was 4 of us, and it was like not too far away." I was like, "Can we get an Uber?"
Yeah.
And my friend was very much like, "I'm not getting an Uber when we can get there really quickly on the bus."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I mean, I have no clue, so you lead the way, mate." But to be fair, it was really quick.
Listen, if the bus is under like half an hour, just get
Yeah,
the bus.
they're cheap as well.
I mean, it's gone up.
Cheaper than the tube.
Cheaper than the tube, but it's gone up. Like it used to be £1.50, and now it's like
Yeah,
£1.75.
I feel like TfL was like really messing with me.
They're really trying to take my money.
I need to get an Oyster card because my thing is, I just find that like sometimes I get charged mad prices and I think literally what for? When I was in London a few weeks ago, right, I got 2 charges. Because you get a charge for a separate day.
Yeah.
One day was £16 and the other one was like 11.
16?
To be fair, I do like travel quite far, but like,
yeah, you would, yeah. My Oyster card is like my safety thing. So say like, gosh, I don't want to incriminate myself. Maybe like say if I forget to like tap or something or somehow whatever, you just use my Oyster card because obviously it just go into negative like on your Oyster card.
Yeah.
Like, there's no rush to pay it back unless if it's on your Apple Pay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've done that before where like I've gone, oh shit, I forgot to
most
tap.
of my friends just bump. I've got this.
Oh,
I've got this.
100%.
I've got this one friend, right? And he's so embarrassing. He has no shame. He'll see like the moderator and be like, "Jord, just push from it." I literally can't. So he picked me up and was like, "Look, I'm just honestly, it looked really wrong. It looked really wrong." And this was like really late at night. He was like, "Yo, like Jord, just come through." I was like, "Mate, I can't. Like, I need to pay." Like, he was like, "We can tell you're not from London." He literally just picked me up. I was like, "Look,
Just
someone
went,
like this like 6'3" like mixed race boy was like, "Look, Jord, just come on." And I thought, "Oh my god, this looks so fucking stupid." I was like, "Sorry, I can't pay." He picked me up. What do you want me to do?
That's what you got to do. You know what it is? Again, it's all go back to confidence. You just walk with confidence. And
Yeah.
no one's going to stop you.
They don't get paid enough to care, do they?
No.
No.
You know.
Fair. Right. Okay. Right. So we're going to end there.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
For coming back.
Thank
Everyone
you.
can see
Thank you
my
for coming.
beautiful face.
Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you
No, of
loads.
course. I love being back. Like,
I'm proud of you.
No, I'm proud of you. You got to keep this up. Like, again, like what we were saying earlier, like, you know, having like this platform and having this conversation where like two Black queer people can just openly speak. This is great. This is what you need. This is what we need more of. So thank you.
Let's hope the sponsors see that. Thank you. I appreciate your very kind words.
Get some funding, guys.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
Don't make me beg.
Support Black-owned businesses. Come on now.
Support Black-owned businesses. Cool. Right. So, Sam, where can the people find you?
The people can find me on TikTok at Bicky Sams with a Z. And then on Twitter. I mean, it's the same on Twitter.
I always say Twitter.
It was the same on Twitter. And then on Instagram, it's SamRedman_.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go and check it out if you like funny things. If you're queer, you know, you'll eat it up.
All the good stuff. Come on.
Come on now.
Everybody, happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride, y'all.
Thank you for coming through. I hope everyone is getting lips at Pride this month or next. Let me know. I like to hear it all. My name is Jord Howard. This is the Winning Side Pod. I love and appreciate everyone that makes it to the end because it does really well for my watch time. I can see as well. So like, if you haven't, like, that's okay. I mean, I can't see individually, but yeah. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, especially if you've made it to the end, because like realistically, you may as well subscribe if you've made it to the end. But hey, I'm not going to push. And if you can give me a 5-star rating on Spotify, that would be splendid. Thank you so much. Happy motherfucking Pride. If Shooty Gatwa is listening, my Insta's in the bio below. And yeah, cool. Right. Yeah.
Ha.